Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter World, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys a mixed set that is a little bit different from my normal builds. Now, the usual builds that I tend to do are for you to fulfill a specific role on a group or for you to fulfill a specific role when you are playing by yourself, but basically they are designed around the idea of battle, of you battling against the monsters and taking as much advantage of specific skills as possible in order to achieve different plays styles and so on and so forth, right? Today's build is about farming. Now, whenever we are farming monsters, sometimes we're farming monsters that aren't necessarily that particularly challenging, right? You're going to be farming some stuff. Sometimes you require some low-level stuff, particularly if you're like me and you're constantly trying to build new things. Like, the reason why this even came to me was because today I was trying to build a heavy bowgun. Yes, I'm finally trying to dabble into the whole heavy bowgun thing, right? And I was grinding these low-level monsters, and I was like, dude, come on. I mean, there's got to be a better way to do this. So I wanted to do a mixed set that was around farming, a mixed set that was about me just trying to get as much rewards as possible while still being somewhat effective at dispatching monsters, while at the same time kind of maximizing the potential rewards that we can get. So one of the weapons that I came about using was the Avenging Magnum Manus. Now, there's two reasons for this. One of the reasons is because I really like Charge Blades, and I'm very familiar with the Charge Blade moveset, which makes it a comfortable weapon for me to farm with. The other reason is because the Charge Blade is able to inflict quite a bit of AoE damage when it comes to just like dishing out massive amounts of damage, and naturally spreading that AoE damage across the different sections of the monster, what's going to happen is you're going to have a high chance of actually breaking things. And that was my intention, breaking stuff, making stuff explode, which again comes with the Avenging Magnum Manus, which has Blast as default. So yeah, making stuff explode and potentially even maybe making stuff break, and trying to break as many parts of monsters as possible so that whenever you happen to be farming a specific material off of a monster, you're going to break as many things off of his body as possible. And adding to that, trying to get as much rewards as possible from the reward screen, I was like, okay, then let's go for a set that gives you one of those luck bonuses. Now, there's a potentially what you might call a more effective way of doing this if you're willing to capture the monster. But me personally, I like killing them. I like breaking them apart, and I like carving them. And a lot of times, chopping up their tails and carving them gives you an additional chance at getting a gem. So me personally, I like going for the kill. So naturally, the choice was the Guild Cross set. The other way you guys have of doing something similar to this is you might go for the Legiana set, 2 pieces of that, plus 3 pieces of the Kirin set, and that will give you increased chances on capture, as well as increased chances of additional quest rewards. But for me, like I said, I wanted the Guild Cross set because that allows me to kill and carve, and that's my personal preferred playstyle when it comes to farming. So, let's take a look at the set itself and all the choices that I've made. So, starting things off with the weapon, we have the Avenging Magnum Manus. Like I said, it's got the blast damage. It's a charge blade. It pretty much is something that I wanted to use for myself. Now, if you're fighting monsters that are resilient to blast, you might want to change the weapon around for something else, but this is my personal choice. But again, I do feel that the charge blade aspect of it does play a role in this particular set. Now, the first piece of gear that we have here is the Guild Cross Circlet Beta. Now, the reasoning behind that, it's going to give us the 2 points in Divine Blessing. And it is one of the useful parts of the Guild Cross set, because a lot of the Guild Cross set actually has skills that I don't want. And what I mean by useful is Divine Blessing is actually something that we can use. It's going to reduce our damage from monsters considerably if it procs, you know. But again, it's just one of those things. It is one of those skills that does proc every now and then. Now that comes with 3 level 1 decorations, and on those I'm going to put a Blast Jewel 1, as well as 2 Drain Jewels. Now, Drain Jewels, why? Because your impact files, whenever they hit a monster's part that is not their head, it is going to exhaust them. So if the monsters are exhausted, they're easier for you to do super amped elemental discharge on. So that's kind of like the thought process behind that. In reality, you can put whatever you want in there. I just put the Drain Jewels because I wanted them. The Blast Jewel, however, is important because that's going to maximize our blasting potential on our weapon, which is going to increase the amount of parts that we're going to break. Then we got the Guild Cross Suit Beta. I don't even know which skill this particular part gives us. This is just to get the 4-piece bonus from the Guild Cross, but it does come with a tier 3 decoration slot, and we're going to put a Destroyer Jewel in there. Then we got the Guild Cross Vambrese's beta. Again, whatever this does is not particularly relevant. It's just to get that 4-piece set. Comes with another tier 3 slot decoration, so we're going to put another Destroyer Jewel in there. Then we got the Kaiser Coil Beta. Now this, I put this in because it's got 2 blast, and unfortunately I only have 1 blast jewel, so potentially if you have 2 more blast jewels, you can actually replace this with something else, and then you can put the blast jewels instead of the drain jewels, and you can put something else in here that you want. But I put the Kaiser Coil Beta, and I put a Charger Jewel in there because I do like having focus with the Charge Blade, and some people are going to say, oh, you can barely tell the difference with focus level 1 or 2 or even 3. But it's like, to me, ever since I started using focus with Charge Blade, it does make a difference. Like, I can get the double charge slash just a little bit faster than normal, and I like that feeling. Again, if focus is not a thing for you, you can put whatever you want here. It's not really that relevant. This is a farming set at the end of the day. And then we got the Guild Cross Boots Beta, which is going to complete our Guild Cross set for the set bonus, and we're going to put another Destroyer Jewel in there, and that is going to max out our Part Breaker. And then to wrap things up, we got the Artillery Charm level 3, which naturally is going to give us level 3 artillery. So a couple of things that can be swapped around. Like I said, you can swap the Kaiser Coil, you can swap the Artillery Charm if you have the Artillery Jewels, although, no, actually you can't, because you still need 1 Blast Jewel to max out Blast. So keep the Artillery Charm as is. But basically, if you look at the finalized build, you got level 3 Blast Attack, level 3 Part Breaker, level 3 Artillery, level 2 Stamina Thief, level 2 Divine Blessing, level 1 Focus, and then 3 skills that I don't really use: Airborne, Resuscitate, and Tool Specialist. I mean, sure, they're there, they're somewhat useful in certain situations, but ultimately they're not the focus of the whole set. And with this set, I use this to farm so that I can then build the other set, so to speak. As a matter of fact, I recently built a set for the Avenging Magnanimous, focusing on its destructive power with Destroyer Jewel, Maximum Blast, just like this one, but with another set of skills that actually bring out even more destructive potential to the weapon, and I like that set quite a bit, I might add. Having a lot of fun with that, and I might show you guys that on the next video. But for now, this is just my farming set, and if you guys are farming monsters that you don't consider to be particularly challenging, this might be something that you guys want to try out. This or the other solution with 3-piece Karen, 2-piece Legiana set. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, remember, subscribe, hit the notification icon, all of that stuff. Leave me your comments and feedback in the comment section below. Always remember to check the comment section as well. By the way, we're all learning, not just you guys. I myself, I'm always learning from some of your comments too, so be sure to leave your opinions down there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Wow, my voice kind of went a little bit limp there. I got to get the hell out of here. It is late as hell, and tomorrow I'm going to an event. I might vlog about that event, by the way, so if you don't have notifications turned on, you might miss out on that. So thank you guys very much for watching. Remember to turn those notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one.